it's downloaded, you'll use your internet browser on your device to navigate to pascolibraries.org. Select the menu button, select Content, and then select Flipster. Flipster will ask you to log in using your library card number. Once you've done that, you can browse the magazines by category or look at what the latest issues are. Select a magazine. Now, if you want to stay connected to the internet, you can read it at this point, or you can tap the menu button and then tap Open in App. Once it does that, it will download it into the Flipster app so that you can read it when you're not connected to the internet. So if you're on a plane or a train, someplace where there is no internet connection, you still have access to all of the Flipster titles that you have downloaded. As you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a trash can icon. Once you're done with the magazine, you can delete it from your app so that it's not taking up space, or just to send it back to the library. There's also the capability, once you're reading the magazine, that you can select a text view so that you can more easily read the articles or recipes or information that you're viewing. It will be in the top right-hand corner next to the Table of Contents button. And that's it. Thank you for watching.
There will be parties again soon, and family gatherings. There will be parades, and sporting events, and concerts. To help our communities when they come back together, respond to the 2020 census now. Spend a few minutes online today to impact the next 10 years of healthcare, infrastructure, and education. Go to 2020census.gov and respond today to make America's tomorrow brighter. It's time to shape our future.
Hi, I'm Brian Taylor with Pasco County Parks, Recreation, and Natural Resources. While many of you have been staying at home helping stop the spread of COVID-19, we've been using this unique time working in all our parks to enhance your experience. Let's take a look. On your next visit to J.B. Starkey Wilderness Park, you can walk the new shell path leading to the beautiful new bird blind. And in Key Vista Nature Park, you'll see how grant funding made it possible to protect the gopher tortoises as we wrapped up this important habitat restoration project. You'll also notice big improvements at the Pet Cemetery in Land O'Lakes, where our team has worked to spruce up the space, resetting headstones and removing debris. We've knocked one out of the park for our athletes with major improvements to baseball, softball, and soccer fields in several of our county parks. And our team members are taking a paintbrush to almost everything, including picnic tables, concession stands, even our rec centers. There is no doubt that from trimming trees and repairing fences to pressure washing and building new gardens and playgrounds, you will see big changes on your next visit. And a huge thank you to our parks team for stepping up to help the children of frontline workers by hosting a critical day camp when they had no other place to go. When we reopen, we hope your experience is even better than it was before. We can't wait for you to see what we've done. For more information on our parks, programs, and services, visit us online at mypasco.net.
I have friends who started their own YouTube channel and a lot of people watch and comment. It's a little weird because grown-ups try and chat with them in private chat rooms.
Sex trafficking happens everywhere, with children recruited on average at age 13. 55% of victims met their trafficker for the first time online. Traffickers friend and follow children through apps and social media, luring them into relationships before forcing them into trafficking situations.
Mom, you need to know who's talking to me online and how to protect me.
Go to the Pasco County Commission on Human Trafficking website to learn more.
If you qualify as a special needs client, your emergency Go Kit should include everything you need to maintain your care regimen and optimal health. This includes all your medications. Once a disaster is declared, Floridians may obtain an extra prescription refill even if you have recently filled it. That's important since you should bring 10 days of medications to the shelter. Ideally, bring the original pill bottle since it has your name, the prescription number, the medication name and dosage, as well as the names of both the pharmacy and your physician. If you need special food or medical supplies, bring those with you. Have enough oxygen to get you to and from the shelter safely, and don't forget, bring your concentrator or nebulizer. While packing, grab your glasses, hearing aid, and batteries, wound care supplies, prosthetics, walker or wheelchair, along with a pair of socks and closed-toe shoes. It's very important to carry copies of contact information with you as well. Include the names and numbers of family members, doctors, your pharmacy, home health provider, and your oxygen supplier. Bring your insurance card, your photo ID, and a copy of your care plan. If you have a Do Not Resuscitate form, pack the yellow original form. The most important thing you can bring is your caregiver. A cot will be assigned to you, so ensure the person taking care of you brings their own small air mattress. Bring supplies for your service animal if you have one, and watch our Pet Inclusive Kit video so you know what to pack for them. Planning and preparing ahead of time can help lower your stress level and will keep you organized. That allows you to remain healthy during an emergency. There is no bedside nursing care at the shelter, but there will be assistance available. Planning on your part ensures a smoother stay, so pack that special needs Go Kit now. If you have any questions, call the Pasco County Emergency Management staff by dialing 727-847-8137.
Community is pitching in, helping their neighbors.
It means everything to our neighborhood.
And it's a good effort on behalf of not just the community, but it's also the county working together.
The dumpsters, the county employees, the recognition that we are coming together as a community.
Very important to get out in the community and do these kinds of things.
To take pride in our neighborhood means a lot.
So is it cool to see all this stuff getting cleaned up?
Yeah!
Hello, I'm Spencer Conover, Assistant Director of Pasco County Animal Services. Since 2012, we've been on a mission with our Save 90 program, an ambitious goal set by our Board of County Commissioners to save the lives of at least 90% of the animals who walk through our shelter doors. Today, I am thrilled to announce, for the first time in our history, Pasco County Animal Services had an overall live release rate of 91% in 2019. Success like this doesn't happen by accident. We're proud of the programs and partnerships our Pasco County Animal Services staff and volunteers work tirelessly to create. And we're thankful to you, our customers, for making the most of programs that help us responsibly control our pet population. With the support of the Board of County Commissioners and our community, we've grown along the way, and we're making a measurable impact. We've added a visitor-friendly new adoption center in 2012 to make the most of the space where you get to meet our adoptable pets. Our SNP low-cost spay and neuter program and trap and release efforts have resulted in almost 20,000 spay and neuter surgeries to date. In 2019 alone, we've served 6,407 animals at our Land O'Lakes shelter, including more than 1,800 rescue transfers. Our dedicated animal control officers responded to 9,037 service calls in our community. And our volunteers donated over 21,000 hours of service, a truly incredible amount. Thank you for supporting and empowering us as we strive every day to give our very best to serve the people and pets of Pasco County. While we're extremely proud to reach this goal, we understand our mission is far from complete. Please visit www.mypasco.net to learn how you can support Pasco County Animal Services and truly make a difference for our local pets. Together, we can save 90.
saw you over there talking, so I didn't want to disturb you.
No, I hear you.
Where are my glasses? Over there.
We were telling jokes about our commissioner.
Records will be broken today, by the way.
Did we ever look up to see if, I think I was winning that. Did we look that up?
Nope.
You know, we need to go ahead and do that.
Is Jack here?
I did not see his truck. Is his the blue truck?
Yeah.
It wasn't there when I came in.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call back to order the Pasco County Board of County Commission meeting of August 19, 2020. I'd like to remind you also to please silence all electronic devices and mute your microphones. We'll now proceed with public hearings. In the public hearing agenda, starting with P1 ordinances. Mr. Clerk, do we have proof for item P1?
Mr. Chairman, we do have proof, and I'll read it for the record in just a moment.
You know, every second longer, I was trying to set a record.
Yeah, okay.
And,
P1.
This doesn't count. Stop the clock.
They were just hiding his information.
Big money on this, take your time.
We have proof of publication of this matter June 22nd, June 29th, August 5th, and August 12th of this year.
Okay, so good afternoon, Ms. Hernandez.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Item P1 and Commissioners is PDD 20-0689. It's an ordinance establishing the Chapel Crossings Community Development District pursuant to Chapter 190 Florida statutes, providing for authority and power of the district, providing for powers and duties of the district, providing for the Board of Supervisors of the district, providing for the district budget, providing for functions of the district, providing for miscellaneous provisions, providing for an effective date. Today, we're asking that you adopt the ordinance by roll call vote.
Thank you. Any questions from the board before I take public comment? Seeing none, do we have anybody signed up for this item to speak via WebEx or at the kiosk?
We have,
For this item?
for this particular item, no.
No? Okay, is there anybody at the kiosk? I just need to see the room real quick.
Nobody at the kiosk.
Nobody at the kiosk? Okay, thank you. Anybody email
No, sir.
comments for the record? None? Okay, back to the board. This is a roll call.
Roll call?
Roll call vote. Commissioner.
need a motion?
Get a motion first, please.
So moved.
Have a
We
motion?
do need a motion.
I have a second.
Yep.
All right, roll call. Mr. Clerk?
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano is not present at this time. District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Thank you so much. P2.
P2, we have proof of publication of this matter in the Tampa Bay Times, August 5th of this year.
Thank you.
P2 is CAO 3505. It's an ordinance amending Chapter 102, Article 3, Section 102-163 of the Pasco County Code of Ordinances to remove references to a real estate transfer tax as a sunset to the second local option fuel tax authorized by Section 386.025, subparagraph 1, paragraph B, subparagraph B, Florida statutes, providing for modification, repeal or severability, and providing for an effective date. On this item, we ask that you waive the introduction, accept public comment on the amendment, and adopt the ordinance amending Chapter 102, Article 3, Section 102-163 of the Pasco County Code of Ordinances by roll call vote.
Thank you. Any questions from the board before I open it up for public comment? Seeing none, do we have anybody signed up via WebEx or at the kiosk?
We have no one registered for either.
Okay.
And there is nobody at the kiosk.
Okay, thank you. Anybody email public comments for the record?
No, sir.
Okay, back to the board.
Move approval.
Motion?
Second.
Have a second, roll call?
District 1, Commissioner Oakley.
Aye.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Aye.
District 4, Commissioner Wells.
Aye.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano, not present at this time. District 2, Chairman Moore.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go ahead and with the procedures for rezonings.
Be happy to, Mr. Chairman. There are two rezoning agendas, regular and consent. Staff will present each application to the Board of County Commissioners. If staff or Planning Commission has recommended approval and there is no opposition, the application will be considered by the board without further presentation. If staff or Planning Commission has recommended denial, or if there is opposition to the application, the applicant will be given 5 minutes for presentation. The opposition will be given 3 minutes for each individual, or 5 minutes for a group representative, and the applicant will be given 3 minutes for rebuttal. Any individual disagreeing with staff or Planning Commission recommendation, or anyone wishing to object to any condition of the rezoning may at this time request the petition be pulled from the consent agenda, in which case that application will be heard under the regular agenda later on during the meeting. Otherwise, all rezoning applications on the consent agenda will be approved by a single motion and vote. If you wish to speak to any petition, please give your name and address and whether or not you've been sworn for the record. These are quasi-judicial public hearings. The law in Florida is that mere public support or opposition of an application is insufficient for this board to take action. Please limit your comments to those criteria found within the board's land development code.
Okay, thank you so much. And I have two items that are going to be continued. One is on your agenda as P3, and one is a walk-on. So, Ms. Hernandez?
Absolutely. Why don't we do the walk-on item first?
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Please.
Okay, on the walk-on item, we have proof of publication of this matter in the Tampa Bay Times, March 8th of 2020.
That's accurate. Commissioners, Denise Hernandez, Planning and Development, PDD 20-0113, is a mining operating permit and conditional use amendment request. It's a continuance for Coastal Landfill Disposal of Florida, and this is a request to continue to a date uncertain. The item has been continued at this point 5 times by the Board of County Commissioners and 7 times by the Planning Commission. So it's very difficult to keep up with all these continuances, so we will have it ready for you when it's ready. And it will be re-advertised and noticed.
Beautiful. Great idea. Any questions for the board before I seek public comment? No? Okay, do we have anybody signed up via WebEx or at the kiosk to speak on this item?
No, sir.
No. Do we have anybody that emailed comments for the record?
No, sir.
Entertain a motion to continue this item. I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second to continue, so this, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Now we'll go on to P3, please.
P3 is published in the Tampa Bay Times June 24th of this year.
Excellent.
PDD 27489, it's a zoning amendment, Truman D. and Margaret G. Campbell and Truman Don Campbell Revocable Trust for a change in zoning from C2 General Commercial District to RMH Mobile Home District. This comes to you with a recommendation to continue it to the September 8th, 2020 BCC meeting at 1:30, which will be a hybrid virtual meeting in Dade City.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. I need a motion to continue.
So moved.
A motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Now we have 6 public hearing items on the consent agenda. These items will be approved with one vote without a presentation unless there is someone hearing an objection. Those that have pre-registered or at the public comment kiosk to speak to any of the items on the public hearing agenda prior to speaking will be sworn in by the clerk. Mr. Clerk, why don't we go ahead and just swear everybody in at once and go through that process now for each and every item.
Again, I believe we have one person at the kiosk and one online.
Okay. So if those people can stand and raise your right hand, and the clerk will swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give in this matter is the truth, so help you God?
Confidently, all said I do. Okay, so with that, let's go on to item P4. We have proof?
We have proof of publication in the Tampa Bay Times, July 29th of this year.
Thank you.
PDD 20 CU 34, conditional use Wiregrass SPE LLC for the sale of alcoholic beverages, beer, wine, liquor, package sales, and on-premises consumption in conjunction with the operation of a shopping center in a master plan unit development district. Comes to you with a recommendation of approval with conditions from the Planning and Development Department and the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Do I have anybody signed up to speak in opposition to this item via WebEx, the kiosk, or did anybody send an email in opposition?
Nobody at the kiosk.
And
Okay.
no on WebEx or email.
Leave on consent. Item P5.
Published in the Tampa Bay Times, July 29th of this year.
PDD 27490, zoning amendment in the name of Renee Diane Wertheimer for change in zoning from AC Agricultural District to an AR5 Agricultural Residential District. Comes to you with a recommendation of approval from the Planning and Development Department and the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Do we have anybody signed up to speak in opposition to this item via WebEx, the kiosk, or via email?
Not by WebEx nor by email.
Seeing none? we
Nobody,
will-
nobody at the kiosk.
Thank you. Seeing none, we will leave on consent. P6.
We have proof of publication of this matter in the Tampa Bay Times, July 29th of this year.
PDD 27491, zoning amendment, Pishon Associates LLC for a change in zoning from a master plan unit development district to a C1 neighborhood commercial district. Comes to you with a recommendation of approval from the Planning and Development Department and the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Do anybody sign up via WebEx to speak or at the kiosk, or did anybody send an email in opposition?
Not at this time for either, sir.
Seeing none,
Nobody
we'll leave on consent. Thank you. P7.
We have again proof of publication in the July 29th edition of the Tampa Bay Times.
PDD 27492, zoning amendment, Dwight and Joyce Hopkins, trustee of the Joyce Hopkins Revocable Trust for a change in zoning from AC Agricultural District to AR Agricultural Residential District. Comes to you with a recommendation of approval from the Planning and Development Department and the Planning Commission.
Excellent. Anybody signed up via WebEx or at the kiosk, or send an email in opposition to this item?
No, sir, neither the WebEx nor email.
Nobody at the kiosk.
Thank you. Leave on consent. P8, we do need to pull.
We do have proof of publication in the July 29th edition of the Tampa Bay Times.
We're going to pull P8 because we do have somebody signed up to speak in opposition to that item, so we'll move on to P9.
And we have proof of publication on this matter July 15th in the Tampa Bay Times of this year.
P9 is PDD 200653. It's an amended and restated development agreement for Wiregrass Ranch Development Regional Impact. It's an amended and restated DA between Locust Branch LLC and Pasco County to identify modifications to the required transportation mitigation, land use, and related conditions of development. Comes to you with a recommendation of approval.
Thank you. Anybody signed up to speak in opposition to this item via WebEx or at the kiosk, or did anybody send an email?
Neither the WebEx nor email.
And nobody at the kiosk.
Leave on consent. That does it for those consent items minus P8, which was pulled. If I could have
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Back to P8, Ms. Hernandez.
Did we do proof for?
We did
I'm sorry.
proof,
Thank you
yes.
so much. I apologize.
Fine.
P8 is PDD 27493. This is a rezoning for William D. and Catherine A. McKnight, trustees of the William D. McKnight Revocable Trust, for a change in zoning from C2 General Commercial District and R1 Rural Density Residential Districts to C2 General Commercial District. The parcel is located in south central Pasco County on the southeast corner of the intersection of Land O'Lakes Boulevard and Erin Cutoff. The subject parcel consists of two parcels, the western portion of which has a zoning classification of C2 General Commercial and R1 Rural Density Residential District and contains a convenience store with gas pumps. The eastern portion of the site has a zoning classification of R1 Rural Density Residential District and is undeveloped. It has a future land use classification of ROR, Retail Office Residential, and what's being proposed on the site is a redevelopment of the gas station with a future redeveloped convenience store that will also add a Dunkin' Donuts at the time. The parcel is surrounded by commercial, undeveloped and developed commercial parcels. To the north is Erin Cutoff, and there's a site that has a site plan approval for a racetrack gas station to the north of that. To the south of that is the former Land O'Lakes recycling site that we all remember very well.
Right, yes.
That is no longer in operation, but has other uses in operation that are commercial uses. To the west of the parcel is Land O'Lakes Boulevard and a residential subdivision by the name of Preserve at Lake Thomas. I'm here for any questions you may have.
Any questions from the board? Any questions from the board? Seeing none, I do have a gentleman by the name of Rob Park that is signed up to speak. Sir, if you're online, please state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Rob Park, 9614 Aaron Cutoff Road, Land O'Lakes, Florida. Good afternoon. I object to the rezoning.
Mr.
Sorry.
Park, before you continue, were you sworn, just for the record?
I not.
Mr. Park, do you acknowledge that you were sworn previously when I asked for that? If not, we'll re-swear you at this time.
Yes, okay, I was.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right, so I object to the rezoning. But first, my background is in marine transportation, so I make no claim that I fully understand traffic trip numbers. A couple of points I would like answered. I referenced the timing and phasing study, at the intersection of Aaron Cutoff and Land O'Lakes Boulevard. There is a discrepancy between the data of two studies, the shortcut marathon and the subdivision created by Ordinance 19-20. The shortcut marathon study, the PM is 19 cars at peak. The subdivision says the PM eastbound peak is 256. The shortcut marathon peak westbound.
We really need for you to get closer to the microphone in your computer.
It's not that. I think it's. Oh, you guys are. Yeah. Yeah. We lost them. That's what we did.
The subdivision says the westbound is 187. I would like to have clarified why they're different. Since they are different, one is not approved by the power. There's already a Dunkin' Donuts about a half mile north on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Is this Dunkin' Donuts going to be in addition to or replace the existing Dunkin' Donuts near the booming Connerton area? There is a statement in the comprehensive plan: through traffic will be discouraged on collector roads that connect arterial roads. If Connerton is such a booming area, why is traffic taking a shortcut to avoid it? Improving this corner is only going to encourage additional traffic on Aaron Cutoff, a collector road. What a coincidence, the name of the project is Shortcut Marathon. Until road infrastructure in the Land O'Lakes area is addressed, there should not be any further rezoning approved. And by the way, it only takes 5 minutes longer avoiding Aaron Cutoff via the US 41 State Road 52 intersection. Thank you.
Do we have anybody else that signed up in opposition to this item that's at the kiosk or on WebEx this time?
No, sir, nothing, not on WebEx or email.
There is nobody at the kiosk.
Okay, so it's to the board. Any questions, comments? Just one question. You mentioned there was a Dunkin' Donuts slated for this location and possibly other uses.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts and a convenience store, and then it's going to have gas pumps. But I just want to clarify that that specific corner already has a convenience store and a gas station there. It's just going to move the retail operations easterly on the parcel to the newly rezoned C2 section.
Okay.
So it's already developed as a convenience store with gas pumps.
So there's already a gas station there with pumps?
That is a correct
And
statement.
they're just adding a Dunkin' Donuts?
That's correct.
Or similar item? I mean, we don't
That's what they've
hold them to
stated.
it being a Dunkin' Donuts, obviously. but-
That's what they've stated in their site plan, which is attached to the record, and in their pre-application meeting notes.
Okay, so
But I believe we have the applicant on WebEx, and perhaps he can answer that question.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you want to hear from them, I don't mind, but I mean, you're basically just adding amenities to the neighborhood. Right now, the gas pumps are already there, so they can't be an objection to the fuel pumps because they're already in place, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we're adding a Dunkin' Donuts, which could obviously benefit that area that does not, in that section, and really doesn't have anything. So I don't have any objections to this myself.
So they're not remodeling that gas station?
They are remodeling, and it's just, I
That's a
just
good
wanted
thing.
to explain that there's already a convenience store
Okay.
and already gas pumps with a gas canopy there.
So it's being, it could use a little makeover, and it's getting a makeover, thankfully.
Yes.
That's just what I wanted to state. I said on the site plan, they're redoing that to enhance it. So.
Yeah, enhance
And
it.
it needs that in that area.
Yeah, that'll help clean it up a little bit. That kind of goes in line with what we're trying to do to clean up 41, and they're willing to do it, so that's definitely a positive.
Mr. Chairman, perhaps the applicant can address the transportation concerns of the citizen.
I think would be, I don't know if we questioned it, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Yes.
These phones are
He's got
terrible.
his laptop and his
Okay.
phone.
So if you need a, sir, 1 second, please. I need you to, if you have your computer on and you're utilizing your phone, you need to turn one off and use one or the other because you're getting feedback. So, you're getting feedback still. Are you on your phone? And do you have your computer on at the same time?
Put the wrong one off. Looks like you're not gonna break the record more.
Better. Is he back on? Well,
Do you have any of the other, like Elizabeth? She's a transportation planner, so.
Elizabeth, can you answer that question?
Yeah, thank you so much. I was trying to get you guys' attention. I couldn't completely hear, he said there was a discrepancy with some traffic counts between our study and another study for another project. And I was just gonna point out, like, our counts were done, you know, before the pandemic, but when counts are done, they're never going to be from one day to the next exactly, you know, the same as what somebody else would do. Most of us that do these traffic studies use sub-consultants that just do traffic counts. I do NDS, and they're, you know, really reliable, respected, you know, firm, and that's where I get the counts from. And then I, you know, layer the traffic on top of that, and then do a level of service analysis, and it's very, very thoroughly reviewed by your staff. And they found that, you know, we have the capacity to make these improvements, and that, you know, basically that we have the capacity, and they approved the traffic study, you know, including the so that's kind of it. Do you have any questions?
Elizabeth, just asking you a question, I apologize, just to make sure that you were sworn in.
I was, I'm sorry, yeah.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Anybody have any other questions or comments? Commissioner Mariano?
Just make a comment. When I look at the design, the entry is before the intersection, which is good. You got plenty of room there. You got two ways to go around, either to the gas station or to the Dunkin' Donuts. Looks like it's pretty well down, Erin Cutoff too, so it looks like staff's done a pretty good job designing this one. And if you're supportive of it, move approval.
I have a motion?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. That's it. We're adjourned. Thank you all so very much.
No, didn't break the record.
No, we did.